This is Noah Moodhart, and he is here to tell us about his 8th grade capstone project that he did under the supervision of Miss Stolzenberg. It is June 9th, 2011. Noah, will you talk to us about what you did, what your project was, how you got involved, why you chose that project, and what role Ms. Stolzenberg had in all of it to help you through?
For my IB Challenge project, I decided that I was going to look into putting a slalom course, water ski slalom course on my lake, and figure out what I had to do that, to accomplish that, and follow through. So first, I talked to my dad first because he had tried this. He had thought about it before, and so I talked to him, and he said, he proposed the idea that we put it in front of the township's property.
And what township is this, and what lake?
Whitewater. It was in front of the Whitewater Township's property on Elk Lake, and we chose that spot because you have to get permission from the owners of the property that you're going to put a slalom course in front of to put it there.
And are you a property owner on Elk Lake?
Yeah.
And why did you choose not to put it in front of your own property? Because then you wouldn't have to ask anybody for permission.
Because you have to have a slalom course is, I forget the dimensions, but it's way too big to put on. It's like 1,900 feet, and so you have to have lots of lake frontage. And the Whitewater Township had a big spot where it would be ideal for a slalom course. So I went about getting permission from the Whitewater Township to put a slalom course there, and I called it. I've been talking to the township for a couple months now, I think, and I went to a planning commission meeting because I talked to the supervisor about it, the township supervisor, and he recommended that I go to the planning commission and get it recommended by them. So I went to a planning commission meeting. I put together a presentation, and there was a public hearing, and then the planning commission recommended it to the township board, and on June 14th coming up, the township board is going to decide whether or not to approve a slalom course there. And then it's not even done there yet. The DNR has to approve. It has the final say. So it's definitely a work in progress.
And so you've learned a little bit about local government, and how has it been working through that system?
It's interesting to go, because I think I've been to township meetings before, but I've never, when I was real little, and it's interesting to see how that local government works, and I never knew how involved our local government was with everything.
And did you have to do any research through this project of any kind? And if so, what was it?
I did a little research on the dimensions of a slalom course, and on the hoops that you had to jump through to get it.
And is there a cost involved in making this project happen?
Yeah, a slalom course is definitely not cheap, and we're gonna try and raise some money for it from people who will want to use it and would be interested in it.
And who will be responsible for either? I'm assuming there are some buoys or something that have to be put in the lake and then taken out of the lake, and who will do that?
Me and my family will do that and take care of the course, and that's.
And why did you decide in this particular project, of all the things you could do, why did you decide that this might be something to put your time into?
Because I loved water ski, and water skiing is something I've been doing since I was 6 years old, and it's just a huge part of my life, and I know there's other people who enjoy it too, and so I would like to take the sport to the next level for me and all the people that live around me.
And what kinds of things, or how did Miss Stolzenberg help you as your teacher mentor?
She basically, I came to her and I told her my idea, and I was all like, well, I don't think I can do this, but it's just an idea, you know. And she said, well, anything's possible. You can do that. You can do it. And she helped me. I made a couple phone calls to people who had people who had gone through the process of getting a course, and she helped me with things to say to them, and so she was supported me all the way through it, and she made it happen.
Okay. And even if you, even if this doesn't become a reality and the township board turns you down, do you think that this would have been worth your effort?
Oh yeah, it's been a lot. It's actually been a lot of fun to go to the township meeting and make a presentation, and I think that the township board members and everybody there kind of finds it cool that, you know, a 14-year-old is up there trying to get something done.
And so what are a couple of things you've learned maybe about yourself, or about learning, or about effort, or?
Well, one of the things that I've learned is that, you know, like I said, when I first came to Mrs. Stolzenberg with this idea, I doubted that it could be done. It was just, I don't know. But I've learned that, you know, even as just a teenager, anybody can make a change or do anything that they want.
Okay. If you couldn't have done this project, is there another one that you had in mind? Just out of curiosity?
I remember I did have another idea, but I don't remember what it was.
Okay. And let me think here. If there's anything. All right. So how will we know? How am I going to know that? Well, I'll be at the meeting, so I'll find out whether or not they say yes or not. And my next question, that's what I wanted to ask you, is, do you see yourself ever being a part of local, state, or national government in the future? Maybe running for office at some point? Is that something that appeals to you?
Possibly. I mean, I have my future. I you know, as planned out as I can. I've kind of decided that I want to be a lawyer, and it's fun to, you know, make presentations and try to convince people why something is a good idea, and I enjoy it a lot.
Okay. Any questions for you? Got it?